What's up YouTube, this is Joe from Zephyr Wargames, and I'm going to be bringing you not one, not two, but three rocket deck profiles. Obviously in different videos, otherwise this video will be extremely long, and we don't want that, do we? So, the reason I'm going to be doing this is because just after our previous rocket deck profile, check that out if you're interested. I've been working on the deck since that tournament. I've been working on it non-stop, mentally, both in my head and physically in front of me, trying to figure out how to play the deck. And I have not only one that I have built myself, using techs that I think could benefit rockets to stand up to both to stand up to all the meta, or at least most of it, at the very least local level. But I've also updated the Red Eyes version, which I had made before, as well as the Goki version, because I know a lot of you liked those profiles, liked those builds, and I wanted to update those for not only yourself but for me as well, because I did enjoy those builds. I really enjoyed those builds. So today I'm going to be bringing you, as I said, the one that I built myself, brand new. So let's get to it, shall we? So, as you can see, there's some weird choices in the deck, and it's not a complete extra. The last two spots are literally completely up to your personal preference. Things you could probably include is a Firewall Dragon and Ningirsu, or Ningirsu and maybe another rank 4. But ignoring the extra deck for a little bit, let's go on to the main deck. So as you can see, we have pretty much a complete rocket lineup, with some minor ratio changes. So we have the 3 Magna Rocket Dragons, 3 Metal Rocket Dragons, 3 Auto Rocket Dragons, 1 Anisphere Rocket Dragon, and 2 Shell Rocket Dragons. Now the reason I've gone for this ratio is because not only did it just feel nice as playtesting, but Magna and Auto are your staple 3-Os. You gotta, I think, in at least most rocket builds, you gotta play at least 3 of these, because they get around pretty much anything in the game for you. Magna Rocket sends monsters to the graveyard, and Auto Rocket just deals with back row. Nice and easy, no column base, no nothing like that, just simple. Out of the 2 new ones, our Shell and Metal. Metal you can kind of set up a lot easier than Shell, but I think Shell you gotta at least play 2 of, because in those instances where your opponent has a lot of field monsters on the board, they probably have a good co-link going on there. Shell, if you can set it up nicely, can just get rid of all of them. So that's why I think Shell you gotta play it too. I have the 1 Anisphere in here though, just because it's a good. I kind of use him most for all of my cards in terms of, like, if I need to tribute something for Scrib Draw, I can do it. As you can see, I've Mass Change 2 in here. I can just simply use Metal Anisphere Rocket for these kind of cards. So that's why it's in here. As well as also a nice little Banish instantly off Darkness spell, because Anisphere Rocket, though its effect is good to negate effects and stop attacks, you might as well just get rid of it. You might as well just get rid of the issue completely instead of just negating it. So obviously the 1 Red MD, and here's the new tech, Interplanetary Purpley Thorny Dragon. So I was searching for a good level 5 monster above to put it in this deck, just to really use Twin Triangle at its most, because Twin Triangle is the best thing to go into at times. Is the most synergy with the deck, just because it just requires dragons and can set up for nice link up plays. But he just needs a level 5 or higher. So I've been scouring, I was looking, I was thinking of Cyber Dragons maybe. I was thinking a whole bunch of things, and then just looking, I found this guy, Interplanetary Purpley Thorny Dragon. And his effect is just literally perfect for rockets. If a monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can just special summon this card from your hand. It's a dark level 5 dragon, which can go with Allure. Being a dragon, it can help with Darkness Metal combos, and just the fact that I can pop a rocket either through its own ability or with Scrib Draw and just summon him, means he's not that dead in your hand at all. I can send it off Published Burial, set up with the twin triangle. He just fits perfectly in this deck. So far in testing 2 has been going very well, but go for it, try him at 3. If you think this is a really nice tech, like myself, I just think it's perfect. So those are the monsters. For spells, we play 3 quick draw, quick revolve, quick launch. Just summons a rocket instantly. You gotta play it. 2 script draws still, because 2 is just a nice ratio. It's less dead in your hand at times. The 3 revolve boot sector. For a more pure build like this, you gotta play 3. Might as well play 3 just because it sets up your plays. It swarms the board from the graveyard. It's just a really strong card. I played the 1 terraforming to just search it. 3 Allure Darkness is a complete dark based deck. 3 Mask Change 2s. Now this is the way that Rockets can deal with other decks very easily. Everything in here is a dark. You don't mind discarding at all, especially if you have like a purpley thorny dragon in your hand, and then you can just summon a Dark Claw and just disrupt decks and just completely claim the game in your favor. So Mask Change 2 has been doing really well in this deck. I did play a more hero lineup of like Malicious and a Vision here of Eilon, because I wanted to abuse Malicious a little bit just to see if I can get that to work with Twin Triangle and all that. But I ended up taking out the D heroes, putting Purpley Thorny in, putting a few extra cards in here, but keeping the Mask Change 2, because just summoning a Dark Claw, as I said, is just so good this format. Light Sworn is going to get a lot of popularity, and Dark Claw just wrecks that deck if you time it correctly. A lot of decks use their graveyard, especially things like Spiral, Magicians. You can disrupt them completely if you can time it against a Metal Foes, Electrum. Chain Mask Change 2, summon a Dark Claw. Electrum can't be over it. And you also pop one of the Pendulum Scales, which then gets banished, and then the Searcher thing. Dark Claw can then activate again and banish a card from their hand. It just ruins a lot of things. Foolish Burial, as I said, combo with a Purpley Thorny, as well as any of your rockets for like for a boots launch play. Reborn, standard nowadays. Fire Prison, I want to try this out because it can disrupt link heavy decks. If you can go first summon like your ball load, set this up. They can't literally link summon unless it's for link 4, which is just really good at the moment, which can be really good. Raigeki, board wipe, and then traps. I played a whole Solemn Brigade minus 1 more strike just because I just think this is a nice little good ratio, and 2 Torrential Tributes just because it's at 3 now, and I think 2 is really nice for the rockets, just to board wipe and then at the end phase summon your rockets. The extra deck is pretty standard for most rocket decks, minus the obviously 2 editions that you can just is your own personal preference. 2 ball loads, because in this kind of build you're not going to go into 3. But he is your boss monster, you got to play at least 1. 1 Bomber Dragon, because it does combo well with the rockets as well. Also helps against link heavy decks. Decode is just a good generic. Triple Burst Dragon, I think you're going to be going to in this the most in terms of link freeze. Just because if he does live a turn, you can get back your Twin Triangle, summon 1 from the hand, and go into your ball load. But he's really good, especially against like Burning Abyss. You can just stop their effects. And does piercing. 2 Twin Triangles against the most. This is the link 2 you're going to be going into the most. 1 Underclock Taker, because he can actually trigger your rockets. Because you can have a rocket underneath him, target that rocket and target their monster. Your rocket can now chain. Rocket can then send something to the graveyard, do some disruptions, and Underclock Taker I think still reduces. I'm not entirely sure. But he is just a nice little way to set up your rockets if you have to. Otherwise, he's just a good generic link 2 that points down. Dark Claw, triple Dark Claw, because we play triple Mask Change 2. And the extra deck is completely free and open. You can swap one of these for a Arnkey if you want to. And I just picked the good generic Babushka for our rank 4. So this is the pure rocket deck, or you could say masked rocket, but I won't give that tech away if you're going up against the locals. Just say you're playing rockets and keep the mask change to a little secret. So if you enjoyed this, like, comment and subscribe, and post your comments down below for any changes in text that you probably add to this deck. I tried to make this as simple as I could be, as it could be, and I just hope you all enjoyed it. A nice little upgrade from the last one. As I said, I will be doing the other 2 profiles after this, and so stay tuned for those if you would like to see a good update to those using the new cards. So as I said, like, comment and subscribe, and until next time guys, as always, happy dueling.
What's up YouTube, thanks for watching that video. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button, and of course don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button in the bottom left hand corner and the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. We've got more deck profiles, duels, pack openings and many more Yu-Gi-Oh videos coming up for you all year round, so don't forget to stay tuned for all of that. Thanks, and as always guys, happy dueling.